Okay, here's a 2016 Dodge Grand Caravan. And, like there's a ton of videos on how to replace your turn signal, parking lamp, your high beams, and your low beams. But your side clearance lamp, there's not a single video out there on how to replace these. So here it is. I'm making it, right? It's for the greater good. So you're gonna need the light bulb. Light bulb size is a 2827. Now my local store only had NA, which stands for natural amber, in this this size. So they're just an incandescent bulb, acorn style or whatever you want to call them. They're all glass. Factory is clear. If you can find clear, use clear. My local store literally only had amber, so that's what I stuck in there. And so to get at them is rather difficult. So you've seen all the videos at this point, probably, if you are like me and you're trying to find them, how to replace it. About like creeping your hand in through here and in through here, and it really doesn't work. So literally what you need to do, and so this is the passenger side right here. So that's the fitting. Okay, you got to undo that. This is the passenger side, and I believe this one turns, if you're like looking towards the front of the vehicle, I believe it turns clockwise, like a third of a turn, and then pulls out, and it's got like a long stem on it, so it comes out a long ways, and that's really a pain. It's easier to get it out than it is to put it in. This side, the driver's side, same thing. You need to get in there, and I'm not sure if you turn it the same way. You actually might turn it counterclockwise. On this side, regardless, you can actually get your hand in here and do a little bit of work and support it. There's not much room. You can definitely take the battery out, and that's going to buy you a pile of room to get your hand in there. And that's a fairly easy thing to do, right? Take the battery out. I have replaced this one. This one's already natural amber, but it really does suck. I got a helper here. I'm going to get the helper to hold my phone. I just want you to hold it right like that. Yeah, you're doing great. And so what you literally want to do is you want to get one finger in here, undo your air filter housing. Sorry. It's kind of cool out. I get the sniffles. Undo your filter housing, and that buys, sorry, don't just undo it. Undo it and lift it up a bit. That buys you a little bit of room. You can get one or two fingers on the back, and that's going to allow you to rotate it. So you take your index finger on one hand, you're going to push on the top so it turns Wait, this one actually turns clockwise. So passenger side turns clockwise, it undoes, pulls out. The wiring is fairly long. You can bring it up, replace your bulb. Getting it in there is a real pain. So what I did is I took my headlight, I stuck it up to the lens on the outside, and I stuck my finger in there, and I was like trying to find the hole a bunch of times. Finding the hole was really difficult. I'm sure there's a bunch of jokes you can make about that. But so I used light on the outside to sort of like guide the bulb in. Or the other thing you can try and do is turn on your parking lights, which also turns on the clearance light, and you can illuminate it so that as you shove it in, you can see the bulb lighting up the amber clearance lamp on the outside. Stick it in, and you're gonna literally use like two fingers if you can get your hands in there, and you're going to, this position is exactly what it takes. One finger, and you want to turn it, in this case, to snap it in, to like lock it in to the housing, is counterclockwise, and you'll feel like a 1/5 or a 1/3 of a click, and it's in, and you're set. Come back a bit, and then put your filter housing back on. Please make sure the back, there's some tabs, they actually have to go in on an angle like so. Visually check them, and then snap it down, and away you go. So I've made this video. My channel is not for this sort of thing. If you've come across this, that's great. But yeah, it really is a mystery to find a YouTube video on how to do this. Now, most people would figure it out on their own, but if you're like me and you're like laying in bed and you have to do this in the next day or two, it's always nice to have a video that you can sort of like preview on how you're going to have to do it and how much of a pain it's going to be and how dirty you're going to get while doing it. Well, really, I don't know. Maybe you won't get as dirty as I. Got a pile of undercoating on this thing, so that's just what happens. Good luck to you. Have a great day.